about that later.
Okay.
Okay, stream is live according to this. So I'm going to close this screen out so I don't hear myself the entire time. And we'll call the meeting to order. Do roll call. Joe Bachman here. Morgan McCabe.
Here.
Tony Martin.
Here.
Trilina Bachman.
Here.
Dave Anderson.
Here.
And do I have a motion to approve the February 2025 minutes?
I will make a motion to accept the February meeting minutes.
I'll second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. No ordinance, old business. I think 55th anniversary, we can probably just table again the next month, or did you guys have something new for that?
Well, I wondered if, the one thought I had about it was that we could design something as sort of a visual to start using. We could put something on the fence, or we could,
A
Put some-
flyer,
Yeah,
advertisement.
yeah, some
Okay.
kind of, and also maybe post it on the display board.
Okay, let's nail down the details on it. We can create a banner and have a banner printed just to also get people looking at those banners on that.
Yeah,
I still have a CD that I got handed during the last rummage sale.
okay.
I believe it has to do with the building of the park. I haven't looked at it since I was handed
You got
it.
one too?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause
there's
we-
multiples.
There's multiples. We
Okay.
have the information from the guy that Marine, I can't remember his name.
Okay,
I just came across his card the other day. And I
Okay.
got to move on that.
Mhm.
So want to get in touch with him. So if we want to frame what we're going to do for like an inaugural, then I can reach out to him and find out when, like if we can at least get a target month.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Okay. Well, we already talked about that. We were going to do it the weekend of June 28th, I thought.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
was right before,
Okay.
it was right before 4th of July.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it and then, but we never settled because that's what I'd like to have those dates
Yeah,
so that I can start working on some stuff that I'm
I thought,
nailed down
yeah,
their dates.
I thought it was in a previous meeting minutes.
I don't have my old notebook with
Yeah,
me.
we'll take a look. We can discuss a date,
Okay,
later on. And I think, oh no, it wasn't the 28th. It was the weekend before, I think, because we had talked about doing it Father's Day weekend and shot it down because it was Father's Day.
Hmm.
And then 28th we agreed was too close to the 4th. I think we went in between those two. But we can discuss a date and
yeah, I don't see anything that we put on our calendar.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's something I was going to bring up later is I'd like to get those dates.
Yeah, I think that may be opening weekend for me, but
Okay,
Okay.
then probably not that weekend.
the 28th.
That would probably be a bad weekend to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want me.
Okay. Well, do we want to shoot for the 21st then?
I'm trying to, I can't get,
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
I can't answer the question.
I
okay.
was gonna say, we can,
This is-
when
Will
we
not
have
load
signal
properly.
and
Yeah.
calendars in
Do
front of
this,
us, we
yeah,
can.
when we got everybody.
Yeah. We'll just say the 21st is a tentative and subject to change at this point.
The 21st might be better. for me.
Okay. We'll say that's subject to change and
Mhm.
go from there. Anything else for that right now, or just once you can verify dates, we'll work out the rest of the details and,
Okay, well that, yeah.
okay.
Well, we can talk about, yeah.
I think creating a banner is a great idea.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's what, $65, I think, to create a banner. So
Yep. And I'm already
You know,
working on
something
one
self-congratulatory.
for the banner program.
Okay.
I agree.
yeah, I mean, you guys wanted, let me put it this way. What does the rest of the board think about doing a banner for it?
I like the idea. I mean,
I know
55
you're on
years as a
board.
park.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I'll make a motion to approve doing a banner for this.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Alrighty. And that's for banner. And then we could probably just, whatever we do for the banner, might be able to just be shrunk down to use as a flyer.
Yep. We can
Yeah.
use the same graphics and adjust them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and we'll probably add detail on the flyer that's not on the banner. But
Yeah.
Right.
yes, the answer is yes. Once we come up with what those graphics are,
Yeah,
we'll carry those over on
Okay.
everything else.
gotcha.
That makes sense to me.
Okay. Anything else for the 55th right now, or table it again until,
I think that's a good start on it. I
Yeah.
think we could table it.
okay. Easter is next month, which we'll still have one more meeting before then. Do we want to do the Wednesday before to set up the baskets and things of that nature? You want me to give you the Wi-Fi password so you can maybe?
So that would be, no, on calendar's working. It's just the website won't work.
Oh,
And I haven't got that opening date on my calendar yet. So you're
gotcha.
talking about the 16th?
Wednesday the 16th.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
okay.
So egg stuffing, basket building.
We shouldn't have to stuff eggs because we ordered them,
That's right. This year we don't have to
Yeah.
fill them. Oh, Brenda's gonna
which I
be
talked
so unhappy with us.
I did talk to Joe. Looking at the poll that was online for what to do with the differently abled people for the hunt. So the leading votes are for keep it as it is, but the people that were tagged with children that might need accommodation voted more for the second one, which is the south
Using-
parking lot.
Yeah,
So I think we should probably go with that since they're the target voters.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like
Okay.
stuffing eggs, so our options are stuff eggs for that hunt or take like 20, like Joe said.
take like 20 from each age group, because it's not like we have a ton of disabled kids.
Yeah, no, I think
Take
so.
like 20, 30 from each age group and utilize
Yeah,
them
we
for
could
that.
take, an extra 20 just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and we'll still have plenty of eggs,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But if we have more visibility on that issue, because we did the poll,
yeah,
there might be kids from other
Mm.
places coming, so there could be additional children that would like to get an egg,
which
that we should
that
be
might,
covered for.
that might turn into our egg stuffing
Mhm.
because I know some people like that. So we could have a smaller version of our egg stuffing.
And we have the baskets to build.
Yep.
Yeah, so
prep,
we could
so-
still have, we could do like one bag of egg stuffing.
Mhm.
Well, do we want to get like 500 empty eggs then? And
Which I think we still did we throw those out?
We didn't have any left last year, I don't
we
think.
put some into the bathroom.
We did?
We
still have some.
we have a bunch of empty shells.
We should assess what we've got there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's assess what we have. It was one box of just
Yeah,
the
it was-
bags of empty
yeah.
eggs.
Might-
They
No
were- they were-
recollection. I take your word for it.
I was gonna say they were sitting in the dungeon, so.
Yeah, because we pulled them out of the town hall. We had to, when we had to clear everything out.
Oh, that's probably why I don't know about them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Trey and I grabbed the few things that we had down there. And
So we
we
just
just
need
tossed,
candy.
yeah, we just tossed them into the bathroom, but let's see how many are actually there.
Yeah, we can check on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do that, and then we'll get candy. Do we need to get
We
stuff for the
shop?
baskets?
Do we have shop for the basket?
Yeah, I think we threw out all the
Mhm.
Mhm.
stuff when the snack shack got gross.
So we
How
need
many
to
of
do-
those do we do?
I will need to ask Kim because I don't remember. I
Okay.
want to say it was 5.
I think it was 5 per age group.
Yeah, I think it was
Mhm.
5 baskets per age group, and then the little toys and stuff. Do we want to do the toys, or we want to just up the number of baskets?
When we went to the dollar store, we were able to get a bunch of toys for pretty cheap.
Okay.
So I think we can still do
Oh, yeah,
that.
because what, there's basket tickets or there's pick a toy out the table thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. So we'll keep that the same then. Do you want me to reach out to Tara and see if she's up to doing the shopping for that stuff? So I know she loves doing that stuff for the kids. So
should we
Then
also,
we should ask her.
yeah,
Fine by me.
and then
You
tell
want
her
to talk to her?
5,
Yeah.
then tell her
Okay.
to do extra for the disabled group.
Yeah.
They're not left out.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to Tara, and if she's not feeling up to it, because I know she still had some stuff going on. I'll see if Kim wants to
Mhm.
join in. And then we'll just take the money for this out of donations. And we got 2,600, I think, in there right now. So
That's a lot of eggs.
I think we can,
Not if you buy real ones.
I think we, oh gosh, that's
Yep.
like one carton now. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we can pull off Easter with that.
okay, cool. Anything else on the Easter front then?
The bunny is booked.
Oh yeah, Bunny.
Are you checking on our bunny lady?
The bunny.
I think Sue.
The bunny person? The bunny
The
thing?
bunny.
I doubt there's any kids
I
watching.
know.
this.
You never know. Keep the magic.
I know I talked to Sue about it. I don't remember what she said. I will talk. Well, I'll have to go back. I'll have to go by the town hall, drop these off tomorrow. So I'll.
Oh, I thought that was a
Somebody's in
landline
trouble.
at first.
Looking around for a phone.
All right. I'll talk to Sue about the bunny, and I will talk to Joe Eakins about giving the bunny a ride.
All right. Yes. Bunny and bunny ride.
All right. Anything else for Easter then?
I think that's good.
Okay. Rummage in the park for May 3rd. I think probably go ahead and open up
Reservations.
reservation
now?
for now.
Yeah.
That'll give us 2
Are they-
months.
And we make sure that, are we using the same form that we use for the shelter rental, or do we have a different contract? We have a different contract with people for that, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a separate thing. It's rummage sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had.
Was it an actual contract, or was it? Just
I don't
a-
know.
No, there wasn't.
So
there was
it's-
no
They just
actual-
go in and pay their
They
money.
just go in, pay their money, and
Pick their
They get
spot.
put on
pick
a
their
list.
spot. Yeah.
Okay. As long as they're content with that, they
Yeah.
can handle that at town hall. If not, we need to look at a different way to do it.
Okay. I will work on getting those open tomorrow.
Awesome.
We'd make a banner for that
Um.
or sign. What did we do last? We did signs
Yeah, we did.
for fall. They were fall rummage on one side
Yeah.
and then dark in the park on the other. Should
Yeah,
we
they
do
were
a
the first one.
spring one?
Yeah, and some of them disappeared.
Mm.
And some of them got stolen because they were in the back of my truck.
They were relocated in that case.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we'll have to deal with that later on down
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think for if it's worth it to do for. I think it helps get people there, to be honest.
Maybe
Yeah.
if we did like a rummage and Easter.
Easter on one side. Rummage
Can we
on
get
the
them in
need
the
to-
ground
Do we need to advertise Easter?
early?
No, yeah, we don't really need to advertise.
Yeah, I
Easter.
mean, Easter,
Yeah, we don't
This
need to
kind of sells
advertise.
itself.
Maybe do
If you want to do,
rummage and rummage.
we can
well-
do, well, because I think the rummage, the fall rummage and the dark in the park ones is a good combo.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. They're
Do we
true,
want to
right.
do rummage and banner?
There
That's
we
a
go.
good one because we can reuse
And then
those.
they're just, it's just good to go all the way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a
All
good
right.
one.
We'll set that.
What is it? Which one?
We'll do it for
The May 3rd.
the spring rummage. We'll get some of those push signs into the ground again, and we'll put spring rummage on one side of the placard, and on the other side, it'll be banner program.
Oh,
Advertise the banner,
Oh, okay.
getting people to,
well, here's, how much do those signs cost?
I have to go back and look, I don't recall.
I don't recall.
Because I'm wondering if, people don't seem to be stealing our banners. But if we did, can they do two-sided banners?
I'm sure they can.
So if we had one rummage sale on one side of the banner and the other rummage sale on the other side of the banner,
As long as they're able to update those banners each year.
So where are you thinking of putting these banners?
on the fence line,
On the line.
because it's time consuming.
Mhm.
And, you know, going around and putting them in the ground
Yeah,
and getting them to go in the ground
Yeah.
Right,
is not the easiest thing because they're kind of flimsy, right?
right.
And then they disappear, or get moved or kicked around the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And so it seems like we're throwing good money after bad, whereas the banners stay on the fence.
Right.
And, you know, even if they can't change the lettering,
can
we
tag
probably
over it.
could,
yeah.
you know?
Get
Okay.
some of the sticky
Yeah,
Yeah.
numbers, if nothing else.
okay, my
Yeah,
two cents were that I think the scattered signs around town get us more visibility.
I do too, but if they're not there, they don't do us any
Well,
good.
I think they
If
stayed
people-
up last time.
I don't think,
I only had like 6 in the back of my truck that I went around that
And
I
how
could
many did
find.
Well,
we
but that
put
was
out?
after Dark in the Park.
Right,
Between, for fall rummage to Dark in the Park, I think most of them stayed, because we went around and flipped them around.
right.
But what we
I'm
ultimately
saying
recovered is,
after dark in the park, I think I only had like 6 or 7 in the back of my truck. How many?
Mm-hmm.
And we had what, 12
12 of them.
total?
Well, at that
So
point, we
half
don't
of them
care.
disappeared,
Yeah,
Yeah.
is my point.
Okay, but after Dark in the Park, we don't care.
right. Well, but we were gonna reuse those signs. We were gonna.
I
Repaint
don't know
those
how
too.
well that would have worked. I mean,
Okay.
the wire parts are not that expensive. The wire parts are like $1 a piece.
Yeah,
I think the signs were $8 a piece,
yeah.
and we did,
It's $96,
so we did like,
right?
hmm?
Yeah, it's $96. They were $8 a piece. That's
$8
$96.
a
The
piece,
banner's
and we did-
65.
I forget how many we did.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look.
Well, let's go back and look. Let's see how much the signs were.
Okay.
Let's compare that to the banners, and we'll just kind of base our, we'll talk more about it, and we're in agreement that we're going to advertise.
Mm.
So, okay. Anything else for that portion? I think just reusing the same flyer again, just to, update the date and let her ride.
Mhm.
It's worked the last few times, so.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
get the point.
people like that, which is familiar. They are not comfortable with change, so
Yeah.
we will accommodate that.
Yep.
We're reusing our graphics and our marketing materials.
Okay.
If it works, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right. And we don't need anything for September's one yet, so we can bypass that.
We do have the date for it though.
September 6th.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Oh, the one question I would have about our events that we're talking about all here.
Mhm.
Is there on our new Facebook page, can we set up events calendar like them in advance?
You can create an event on there,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Because that's how I did Easter on there.
good. So
I
maybe
created it as an actual event that people can
Yeah.
share out.
maybe we should structure those.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, because once we have the flyer updated, you can actually just turn that flyer into a PNG
right?
and upload that into the event, because that's basically what I did with the Easter one, is I just took the flyer and went, oh, look, it's an image. And
Would you look at that?
Pop
Pop
Yep.
it right in there.
so, okay. Storage container / new snack shack. That was something you guys wanted on there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we're just wondering if we have any updates from last time in terms of, well, we wanted to, last time we talked about investigating the cost, and seeing where we were with the snack shack prices.
I have not gotten a hold of Kenny yet.
Okay, so, all righty.
So-
Excuse me.
Like it.
Let's,
And it appears that the last frost will be April 29th this year, which is kind of late,
yeah,
but we could probably get a couple of warm days in March if there's not issues that Robert has to deal with,
Yeah.
water issues.
Let's talk with Sue on that,
Mm-hmm.
so that she can have him plan, and I'll even kind of sweeten the deal with Sue on that, and
Because it would be nice to have that in place and all the animatronics that are in the bathrooms in it before Easter.
right.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also think that we need to have, that's the other thing is for the Easter, we need to have that area around the new play.
Right. And no, I get that. It's just the ground's frozen.
Oh, I know right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
That's why I was bringing up April 29th.
Yeah.
That's past
Yeah.
our window of but that's only frost.
Right.
That's not, I don't think I think we'll have enough warm temperatures.
Yeah.
That
Starting
will be
next
okay.
week.
Really?
It's supposed to start warming up.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's look at, I know timeanddate.com does like a forecast that has the weather. That's actually what I use for looking at like previous weather. Because we have to enter in our high and low temperatures every day for our daily reports at work. Let's see what the, month out is looking like, and see if he can do it at the end of this month.
That'd be great.
So,
Yeah.
so I know the first 2 weeks, right now they're reading meters, so that's out of the question. And if it goes into April, it's gonna be out of the question again, because by the time they're done reading meters, it's gonna be
Mhm.
time for Easter.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all right, so
Well, I mean, did we talk about being able to do it ourselves?
we did. If I can find out from Robert where they have the milling stored,
Mhm.
Oh, they're over,
I know they have some on
is it Benedict?
Benedict
Mhm.
and some, I think, down on.
Not Benedict, it's the street closer
Or,
to.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can't think of the name, but I know where you're talking about. It's, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
that road.
but I don't know if that little bitty thing would actually break into that millings pile. Because millings, as they set, they reharden. So
Right, yeah.
you almost have to have something as big
Something
as what
big.
the town has.
But in terms of getting the ground leveled around the swing set, could we do at least if if we don't get the other area done, that won't affect the Easter egg hunt. But if they can't get to that area until
Right,
later,
we can,
we can clear the,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, we
So
could
just so
order,
it's
we could
safe,
order that.
because,
Yeah,
We could order that from Sunbelt, have them drop it off, run it around there a few times, get everything leveled, and,
yeah.
do it quick enough. They could probably just load it right back on and take it back with them.
yeah.
So, all right, so I'll talk with Sue.
Okay.
And anything else for that portion?
I don't think so. Oh, so, were we gonna see if, how much lead time we need for storage container? Do we know at this point?
I know it was like, I think it was 10 business days
10 business days?
was
Okay.
the quote. But it's coming out, I think that's actually coming out of Chicago, so that might be a generalized quote.
Gotcha.
You know,
Hmm.
it,
Mhm.
it
Well,
very
we could
well
probably
could,
start talking with them and getting an idea.
yeah.
Mhm.
We're getting close.
Yep.
Maybe there's a tariff on
Let
containers.
me find out. I'll go back through my emails and find who I talked to
Mm.
for that and see if the prices have changed at all. All right. Anything else for that part?
Mm-mm.
All right. Dumpster lid issue.
I called them and they said they would look into it. It did close properly on the last pickup.
Okay.
She called me back and said, they have video and it closed properly.
Okay.
However, we know that prior times it didn't. We just didn't call and report it.
Right.
And she said, well, the last time we heard anything from you guys was like last June. And I apologized and said, yeah, we're kind of short staffed. So she has, she talked to the driver,
Mhm.
supervisor talked to the driver to make sure that he makes sure it flips back up. That's where we are with that.
Okay.
We need to let them know,
Mhm.
like if we drive by today,
Mhm.
were you at the park today?
No, I did not go to the
Okay.
park today.
And I did not either. It's kind
I
of-
drove by. I didn't drive in, but I looked over. I didn't notice it hanging down. So
So we should let them know. Maybe we can do that on the way home tonight because she requested that I let her know.
okay.
I spoke to Julie. Very helpful.
Awesome. All right. New business. They didn't have like any suggestions on locks or anything, or do they not think it's the lock? It's just the dumpster.
Well, they said the
playing
last time it acted up, you went over and did something to it, like shot it with a oil or something.
I haven't shot that thing with oil at all.
I shot some WD-40
Yeah.
When?
a year ago or whatever.
Who knows?
Whatever.
She said that January you called and complained about it, and that's what she said. Told me. So I don't know where they got that.
No, they did something to it. Because I called and complained about it, and I told them, I said that cable just
Mhm.
seems like it's off track, like it's yanked all the way out. It won't go back in. So they must have sent someone out and re-oiled it.
They said it
So-
was just frozen.
January, that's entirely possible. So
But that's where it stands right now. Just I'm supposed to let them know
okay,
Okay.
it's working.
cool. New business grant submitted.
I got in the Master Gardener grant,
Mhm.
which was a request for 2 containers, planting containers. They'd be fairly large. And I proposed that I sent you guys the grant, but I proposed that they would be on the north side, northeast and northwest side of the large pavilion,
Mhm.
right in front of those pillars that go up. And that we would be putting in things that will start some things like some flowers and whatnot indoors.
Mhm.
And then those will go in. And then if we do lunch and learn, we'll plan some other stuff in conjunction with the students. If not, I give plan A and plan B because not knowing what's going to happen with funding.
Mhm.
I also included the idea that we would try to cultivate some natives
Mhm.
plants that we could then transplant around the park to try to, improve things. And suggested that it would also gussy the pavilion up just a
Nice.
little bit, which is a source of income for us. So we'll see. The other grant that I submitted was to American Water, and I proposed this time not remediation of the perimeter of the pond, but simply an aeration system that we
Mhm.
had the quote on from lake and pond biologists over in Chesterton. So that got turned in. And I have finally gotten into Grant Station. I got that paid for.
Mhm.
And I submitted the receipt to Tammy.
Mhm.
So, but I couldn't get in. It was like they sent me this like welcome and here's your check, you
Mhm.
paid for it and so on and so forth. I couldn't get in. So I emailed them, I sent it like a help ticket
Yeah.
and they finally got back to me. Sorry about that. Try it again. And today I got in.
Oh, good.
So
Awesome.
yeah, we'll see. I'll see what I can find. I have to learn how to use it
Mhm.
because it's a little different than the structures I've used for other grant search engines. So we'll see where we go with that.
Okay, cool. Spring cleanup.
It kind of goes with the park maintenance, doesn't it? Or is that
No,
separate?
that's separate.
Okay.
Park maintenance was going to be more of the mowing.
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
But spring cleanup, generally we do that the Saturday before Easter.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's why I was wondering, we need to do some raking,
Yep.
cleaning bathrooms.
So we want to plan for April 12th, say 10 a.m., 9 a.m.
Is that the Saturday before?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that should work. April 12th, uh-oh. Yeah, I'm supposed to be someplace that afternoon at 1, but I can let
Oh.
somebody else do it that day. 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
hmm
Okay.
And it's just gonna be us, right?
I'm still gonna put feelers out and I'll
Yeah.
invite the council and
I wondered if we wanted to offer service hours
yeah,
to NHS.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
we-
let Sally know.
yeah.
I know they have a couple of, and a lot of the students that are involved in NHS are in the choir and in theater and stuff like that. So they may not be available on that date, but
Mhm.
we can try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every student needs service hours, so even if they're
Oh,
not
yeah.
NHS, saying NHS can put the word out at the high school and be like, "Hey, want to go get a few hours, or if you're a few hours
Right.
shy,
Mm-hmm.
go
Absolutely.
get a few easy hours."
Right. I will reach out to Sally.
All right. So, anything else for that one?
That was it.
All right. Park maintenance. So that it's that time of year again for doing the mowing and stuff. I know with our budget, we need to try and save where we can. And I think something we had talked about a while ago, hiring an actual employee, at an hourly rate will save us money. At least
Substantially. Yeah.
at least save us money. It may not save it every week, but it'll save it every other week when they're not mowing all 3 parks. So I have talked to Robert and Gabe, and they are willing to do it for the $20 an hour, which is what we bumped the minimum starting wage up to. And basically, they would just kind of either alternate weeks, or they might just both tag team Twin Oaks.
However they want to do it.
Yeah.
If it gets done, I don't care. Let's make sure
Right.
the right one gets clocked on, clocked off for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I guess because it'd be the first time we've actually hired somebody since I've been on the board. Do I have a motion to approve the hiring of Robert and Gabe?
I will make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
All right.
I got to do something tonight. Come on.
You get in there in a second.
Are we going to vote?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Motion carries. All right. Last 2 line items. Fencing options.
So I'm going to look for grants with the idea that we get some affordable fencing that will stay up. I mean, it worked. We didn't have as many geese. It reduced the number of
It
geese.
did greatly.
It did enormously. And although the pond still is kind of algae laden, but
You know what? It did what it was supposed to do, and
Yeah,
it,
it was better. There wasn't as
Mhm.
much goose poop to clean up.
Oh,
So-
not to interrupt, but that just reminded me, in case we don't get the grant for the aeration system, do we want to get some
barley
uh,
straw.
barley straw?
Yeah, we can throw that in now.
Yeah, I have,
Throw it in.
oh, I wish I could report on what the notification date was. We could, when do we
We could
put the
still-
barley straw in? Do you
It
guys
just
know?
said spring. So
March, later this month.
basically, whenever it's clear to do so, we can do it.
Yeah.
Right now it's
So
frozen.
now we can just throw it. So it does it, it's effective as it decays. So basically you just put it in there and as it's decaying, it gives off everything. So when you can submerge it and it's in there, that's when it's effective.
Well, I
So
would wonder if that would, if we get the aeration system, if we'd then have to retrieve the barley straw so that it didn't.
it shouldn't hurt it.
There's all sorts of other stuff in the part.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh, it's not like it's,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
it's
the
not
barley
like it's a
straw might
tub
be the
full of
least of its
soapy water.
concerns.
Okay.
So
Do we know,
I'll look into getting some barley straw.
yes.
do we know what volumetrically what we need to treat?
I will look into it
will look
and
into
it.
we'll figure it out.
Alrighty.
I just thought
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that when
that's
you
fine.
mentioned the algae in
It's
the
a half
pond.
acre
I'm like,
pond.
I remember we
Half
talked
acre?
about it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That I know.
Excellent.
It's about a half acre pond. So that's what we're looking at there. So at any rate, one of the ideas I'd had was to get that like attractive looking stockade fence
Mhm.
that can be put in, and we can, it's not like you have to put a stake every 4 feet. They're more like 8 or 10 feet, I believe. So then put that in, but then we'd also want to put, because that's open, right?
Mhm.
But it kind of has a natural rustic look. So I mean, we can talk about this, but it was just my idea. And then if we used hardcloth on the back side of that, and it was, industrial staples to hold it into place, that would prevent the geese from walking through it.
So have you seen where people use just sticks
To
to
do-
make
Yeah,
fencing?
to weave it, the wattled.
Yeah, well, they just take sticks and just start stacking it.
My concern with that is that the way the kids like to
Yeah, that's
knock
true.
things down.
Mhm.
And I've seen that. I think that works really well around garden plots,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure it would be a good solution for us around the pond because of mowing
Yeah.
and other issues. I think we just need to actually like dig a little and pour in some concrete.
Yeah, that's true.
So this will not be it won't be the cheapest option.
Mhm.
Sticks would be great.
Mhm.
And especially if we had time, because you do
Yeah.
have to build that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
And that is, I've done it on our hill,
Mhm.
and in sandy soil, it's easy to get it to
Mhm.
stand up, but not to stay up.
Okay, yeah.
So
Okay.
that,
Mhm.
I think there are other options out there. I just think that pricing wise, the one that I'm suggesting may be one of our more economical.
Okay.
We
What's
can
it called
continue
again?
it's, what do you call it?
I missed what it was called. I'm sorry.
You mean the fencing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stockade fencing?
It's not
Stockade.
no, it's not stockade.
Okay.
It's,
Like a picket?
nope, no, because then you wouldn't have to put the wire. It's more like. Yeah, look at the
Hang on
name.
a second.
I was gonna say,
It's
you
a-
said the name.
There's like 2 rails, split rails.
Split
Split
rail.
rail.
Thank
There you
you.
Thank you. Boy. Okay, it's my 3rd meeting of the day, so sorry.
You're fine.
So I was suggesting that, and then hard cloth, that has this,
Yeah.
but
A kind of
Heavy.
chicken wire.
a kind of heavy
Yeah.
chicken wire, not the flimsy stuff. But this is going to take money, and we don't have, so I have to find a grant that might help us out on this.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then I think we need to perhaps, we still have some of the green left.
Mhm.
We also have a bunch of, another option that I'm thinking of that would be essentially free, is to use the pallets that we picked up,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and we can pick up more. Those are all free.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what it would cost us then would be screws and time and labor.
Yeah.
So we could create something. I thought perhaps we might want to experiment with that idea over there on the other side of the parking lot
Yeah.
where I have left the don't trespass. Because I'm concerned about that. It is really mucky back there.
Yeah.
And God only knows, you know, what I've seen kids out in there.
Yeah.
And or trying to walk out there when it dries up and the grass is green, but the ground is like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
okay, I know what you're talking about, right there by
yeah,
the
where,
dumpster.
Yeah.
where the
Okay.
cats get fed
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Okay,
Where
yeah.
that
Mhm.
where that gentleman
Right,
wanders back.
yeah,
Mhm.
all right,
So that was the one, that was
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't put community on the list because I don't have a word from them yet.
okay,
But so that's an update on that. But we would need a planting day and community volunteers to help us do that. If we're getting them. I don't know when they're gonna let us know. They said they wanted to do a site visit, but that's an update on that.
okay,
And then the list of resources idea, it's kind of what we've been doing when we see things that we think might be useful for people to know, like there's the food drive is happening, or, you know, you can recycle your hazardous waste and that kind of
Mhm.
thing. That if we all just like start adding things, like things are kind of unstable for a lot of people and people are losing jobs. And so in order to try to provide some more resources, because that's
Job
something
fairs
we've
and-
stepped up to do in the
Mhm.
past 3 or 4 years. Yeah, exactly. That we continue to do that. But I wanted to discuss how we
so.
don't want our Facebook page to turn into,
Well, the nice thing is we control that totally now. Nobody else can post on that page like when we had the Facebook group. So it's just the 4 of us that can actually post stuff on there.
okay,
What I'm thinking is, and I don't know if this is possible, I'll have to look, is maybe create a post that can be pinned to the top
Mhm.
that we could then update and reshare, like as it's updated, reshare it out.
that's a great, yeah,
Um,
that's a great idea.
so let me see.
Pin a post.
Yeah,
Yeah, I pinned did I pin on this one? I pinned on the other one
yeah.
to the top. I thought we had some pinned on this one too.
Yeah, I don't know if we did or not. Like I said, I'll take a look. I haven't pinned anything, so I haven't looked to see if that's possible. But the old Facebook group is actually now archived. I got a hold of Ryan Riggle. He was a Parks Board member from years, like before I was on the board. He was the one that originally created the page.
So now it's been archived.
So he went through and so I sent him a Facebook message and told him what we were doing. And I said, hey, is there any chance you can delete this? He goes, yeah, I don't have the time to try and delete it. He goes, I archived it for the next 74 years. Hopefully people figure it out.
There you go.
All right.
So he apparently to delete a Facebook group, you have to kick out all the members first,
Oh my.
down to just yourself
That's
before you can delete it.
well,
And that was a fairly large group that we had on there.
Yeah, they got
So-
large.
And granted, some of it were just spammers and
Oh, yeah.
shit, but it's that still takes quite a while.
Good to know.
But so that is handled and
excellent.
we're good to go there. So yeah, I'll see if we can create, I'll just take one of the posts that are there and see if it'll let me pin it. And if it does, then
Mhm.
we can create a list of resources post and
Can you'd want to like be in descending order, like the most recurrent one would be
Yeah.
first you'd
Mhm.
see. So yeah,
yep.
cool.
Okay.
All righty.
No legal reports. Any announcements?
Nope.
Other business?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. One of the things that I've done some initial reach out on is trying to get some music at some of our events.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons why I need these event dates nailed down,
Okay.
because unlike maybe getting the food truck, which might be more loosey-goosey, what I did is I went and talked to Tom Lounges. I don't know if you know who Tom
Mhm.
Lounges is. talk to him for his record store. He has
Oh.
been in the music industry. He's a
Oh, okay.
writer. He writes
Yeah,
about it
yeah.
for the Times for like he's been a music journalist for the past 25 years.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
been on
yeah.
Indiana 105 and
Yeah.
Now I know who he is. Yeah.
And he has a record store in downtown Hobart, a
Mhm.
fabulous vinyl store. If you know
Yeah.
vinyl. And he has a business that books musical acts.
Okay.
Okay.
So I went to him because I've known him for years working through the Times. And I went to him. We had a chat talking about trying to get some music at some of our events. And he said, well, we can work on that, because I said, I know we can't expect people to come for free. And, when it's free, you get what you get.
Yeah.
And so he was talking, he said, well, come up with some dates. He said, I need to know the dates. He said, because people actually the people he represents get booked up.
Yeah.
So what I talked with him about was Rummage 55th anniversary and maybe Dark in the Park, or at
Okay.
least one night of Dark in the Park, like Saturday night or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So I want to get those dates nailed down, and so I can talking with him now. Coming up with some funding for this, I have called contact over at Hard Rock Casino,
Okay.
Hard Rock Cafe, Hard Rock Casino, whatever,
Mhm.
and they do some outreach things like this. I got shuffled from one person, the person I knew, to someone else.
Yeah.
But they said, put together a proposal and let us know what you think. But I need to get the dates so I can talk to town lounges, put together the proposal to talk with them about doing something. One thing town lounges did say is that setting up a band on grass is horrible. That
Okay.
there's loads of issues. So we talked with him about maybe if we do a band music has to be out in the parking lot,
Mhm.
or possibly the basketball court.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Okay.
Basketball court does have electricity right there in the corner, so that
Right.
might even be
Like, yeah, I think basketball court would definitely be our best bet.
So anyway, looking at I talked to him about 3 events, and then I now kind of opened it up to 4. 3 events, he was saying look at like 2,500 to 3,000,
Okay.
and that's with him. That's the musical act and him bringing PA equipment. He's and I said we have a tent we could put over them.
Mhm.
Or like I said, if he does Dark in the Park, we'd have to probably acquire another tent because all our tents tend to get used up at Dark in the Park.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's just kind of rolling. We'll see where we get, because I know we don't really have any money to throw into this. But if, setting up a tent and putting a band underneath it or whatever, and putting up a banner that says, the Hard Rock Casino local music stage or something,
Yeah.
could be of value to them.
Yeah.
All right, so that's kind of in the works there.
Okay.
So if we can sooner than later nail down the actual dates for this.
Yeah. Well, the only date we need to nail down is the 55th anniversary.
Yeah.
Because we've already set Dark in the Park and both rummage sales. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the rummage sales are kind of daytime. I don't even know if they can do music for that. That'll be a question. Is if okay, we have an event that starts at 9 and ends at 2. When do you want to bring in music?
Right.
Yeah.
Are we going to do on all these events? Are we going to try to do our food truck? Are we going to try to get our taco people there?
I think we should.
Mhm.
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think, especially for rummage, I know for the 55th anniversary, we talked about just grilling ourselves.
Yep. I think we
But-
can do that. We could do a taco.
Yeah, but I do like the idea of getting Bay City tacos back there. Definitely getting Heavenly Bites.
Yeah. They were both good, and that's different than if we're grilling hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we are grilling hot dogs and burgers ourselves, definitely get Heavenly Bites there to do
Yeah.
the sweets
Sweet
and
stuff.
Well, they're
Yeah.
already there. If they're doing rummage again, they're already there.
right.
Mhm.
So
They both make sense for the rummage sale. I mean, we could, if we were,
And since it enhances our event, could we maybe offer them a free booth at rummage sale instead of charging them? I don't know. We can talk about that.
offer who a free booth.
Heavenly Bites,
Heavenly Bites.
because they also sell it. rummage.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
They kind
oh,
of-
At least they
right.
did last
They kind
time.
of
Yeah.
enhance the
Oh,
event.
absolutely.
Same thing for Bay City.
Mhm.
Getting $25 for them.
Yeah.
It's way outweighed by the fact that everybody loves their food and they
Oh, yeah.
they crank up their food.
Yeah.
And then I'm also thinking for those 3 events, we should get cornhole boards out and set up and do like a mini cornhole tournament. Just
Yeah.
kind of, at least for 55th.
And put more sand in the horseshoes, and put
Yeah,
those
yeah.
out.
You can break up the horseshoe pits and put the horseshoes out. But I'm thinking if we set up a line of the cornhole things too, and maybe kind of run like a little mini tournament,
Mhm.
you know, even if it's just for kids or whatever. I don't know. I thought just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, because if we advertise it right, we get enough people there. I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah, I'll figure up something for the cornhole and we'll get that added in.
yeah, if there's something, instead of like a 3 hour long tournament, is there a way to do like a short version, like, you know, where people can come and go? Like,
And for it to be a shorter one, we'd probably have to have alcohol so they can actually throw and aim. Seeing as that's,
They
you know,
can hold
most
water
people have,
bottles?
you know, the bottle of beer in one hand and they're, you know, throwing with the other. But,
well, maybe for 50/50, we do look at a beer garden, and that's where
But,
we.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there's-
we
there's
could
really no-
investigate an event license,
Yeah.
beer and wine license, for the 55th.
yeah, which we did, and that's gonna be a hard sell with the council, but,
They can drink too. Just saying.
We'll invite them out for a beer and talk about
right.
Right?
And shots.
it. Well, you are the council liaison, and if you
There
feel
we go.
that is the way to go,
I'm in.
you're also on.
Yes,
live TV.
help
You're
us
also
by
on live
liaison.
TV.
That's all right. I'm still in.
But no, we
Okay.
can, yeah, there's really no way to shorten those, unless you said they were, you know, you go to 11 points instead of 21, but 11 points can be a very, very quick.
Yeah, so
match.
I don't know if there was a way so that people could cycle in, like they could play a little and maybe win a small prize, and other people can step in, and if other people want to keep playing. I don't know anything about how these are run. I really
Why
don't.
would it have to be shorter? Because the event is long.
The event is long, but if people just kind of walk up in the middle of it after it started and say, "Oh, this would be fun," is there a way to include them? Like, "Oh, okay, yeah, in
And
like
that-
20 minutes, we're gonna have it. We're gonna start a next round."
Set it like an arcade. You play the winner.
Yeah, but there's no way to do prizes or anything. with
Okay.
that. A tournament is a
This sounds like
Well,
is a
something,
bracket.
that sounds like a
There's-
problem for future us.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
research
That-
that.
Yeah.
Let's table the conversation on that.
That sounds like a future us problem.
Okay. Any other business then?
Not as far as I know.
All right, open forum, nobody here, comments from the board. I don't have any right now.
I got nothing.
Okay,
Me either.
we need to make a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
We make a motion to adjourn. I'll do that.
I
I'll
was-
second it.
All
in favor?
Bye.
All righty.
All right.
Yeah, let me kill the video feed, get this packed up.
Let's get.
Oh, are we signing this over?